Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Alphascape version 4.0. This is the last new normal raid encounter made available by patch 4.4 in Final Fantasy XIV Prelude and Violet. I've started remixing songs for each boss fight this patch, and I can see it now. This encounter's song will totally be a mashup of In the End and Man, I Feel Like a Woman. My name is DJ Mistech and I'll be your raid guide. We begin the encounter facing off against Omega M. Solar Ray is a heavy-hitting tank buster that will hit anything within close proximity to the main tank. Be sure to avoid this if you're in melee range. Program Alpha will spawn a number of AoEs under players and then create a stack up marker on a random player. Dodge the AoE circles and then stack to share the damage of the spotlight. At the same time, Omega M will teleport somewhere on the platform and cast Efficient Blade Work, a point-blank AoE attack. At this point, Omega M will move to the center and reconfigure his gender to become Omega F. Anytime Omega F forms, she will immediately cast Discharger, knocking back all players a set distance away from her. To avoid getting flung off the platform, make sure you're up her bum anytime you see her spawn. Next up, Optimized Fire 3 will target 4 players with circle AoEs. These players will need to spread to avoid overlap. This is immediately followed by Optimized Blizzard 3, which will create a large cross-shaped AoE across the platform that all players will need to dodge. Laser Shower will do raid-wide damage. Shield and heal through this as necessary. Synthetic Blades will turn her legs into blades, allowing her to cast Superliminal Steel, a large AoE attack that targets both sides of the platform. This limits the safe zone, and players will have less room to spread out for the next set of Fire 3 circles. One more Blizzard 3 to dodge, and Omega F will return to the center and turn back into Omega M. Anytime Omega M reforms, he immediately casts Efficient Blade Work with no telegraph. Players will need to ensure that they are never in melee range of Omega M when he reforms. Synthetic Shield will give him a shield, allowing him to cast some new abilities. Program Alpha will start with the same AoE attacks that players should dodge, but immediately after, Beyond Strength will force all players into his melee range to avoid the new AoE attack and to share the damage of Spotlight. Immediately after, he will cast another Efficient Blade Work and all players must quickly move out of melee range again. At this point, Omega will disappear. One player will be marked with a stack-up marker, and another will be marked with a purple AoE circle. The purple player will need to move away while the rest of the raid stacks together. The stack-up marker will always spawn Omega F, while the solo AoE marker will always spawn Omega M. The solo AoE player can move to one edge of the platform to get the Efficient Blade Work from Omega M spawning out of the way, while the stack-up marker moves away to a location that allows players plenty of room to handle the incoming knockback from Omega F spawn. After spawning, the two Omega forms will come together. Omega F will begin to cast a massive laser shower, while Omega M protects her with his shield. If this cast goes off, you will die. Players will need to destroy Omega M first to remove the shield protecting Omega F. Once she's vulnerable, make sure you destroy her before laser shower goes off. At this point, the two Omegas will return to their gooey forms and then target 2 players for the stack up and solo markers. Handle these in the same manner, and don't forget to get right next to Omega F to avoid getting knocked off the platform. Up next, Firewall will apply Packet Filter M or F debuffs on all players. Depending on your debuff, you will not be able to deal damage to one of the Omega forms. Make sure you're attacking the correct one. At this point, the raid will have to split up damage on the 2 Omega forms based on their debuffs. Both Omega forms will now throw out their respective attacks at the same time, and you'll notice some crazy overlap. Heal through Laser Shower as necessary. You'll have to deal with Program Alpha AoEs at the same time as Superliminal Steel forces you into the middle. Next, you'll have to dodge away from both Efficient Blade Work and Optimized Blizzard 3. Solar Ray will target each respective tank for the tank buster. Cool down and heal through this while also ensuring you don't get clipped by that splash zone. Eventually, the 2 Omegas will come together and cast Cosmo Memory, dealing high raid-wide damage. Shield and heal through this as necessary. At this point, the 2 Omegas will need to be pulled apart as they buff each other's damage if they're too close. They'll begin to cast versions of limit breaks that players will need to cool down and heal through. Optimized Meteor and Sagittarius Arrow will deal raid-wide damage. Optimized Blade Dance will target both tanks for incredibly high damage. Do not forget your cooldowns. Eventually, Omega M will regain his shield and you'll have to heal through another Omega F Laser Shower. Get in melee range for Beyond Strength and then immediately run out to spread the AoEs, followed by another dodge of Efficient Blade Work and Optimized Blizzard 3. Like I said earlier, there is a lot going on here, but as long as you don't stand in the poop, you should make it out in one piece. If you kill one form first, the other form will begin to chain cast Laser Shower. This can get pretty rough on the healer healers, but it may still be easier than constantly dodging the mess of mechanics that overlap while they are both still alive. You'll need to get both forms down before the encounter ends. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll head into Alphascape again, but this time on Savage. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.